Hi, welcome to this week's episode of Gardener's Plot, What's New in the Garden. First things first, as you can see, we have a little trio of guinea pigs all settled in and cozied up. I have got some footage of when I introduced them all together, so I'll add that to the end of the video, so if you want to check that out. Yes, he's completely lived up with them. Come the afternoon, he was showing them around the hutch where the food was. If I take them out for a cuddle, within 5 seconds, he's calling for them. You're all loved up, aren't you, mate? Oh, and we've decided on, for the solid black one, well, the short-haired one, we're going to call her Daisy. And the other one, the little white face, we're going to call Rosie. We used to have a rabbit called Lily, so that's why we decided to change the names. And as they look like little miniature dairy cows, we thought we'd go with those names. So everyone, meet Daisy and Rosie. What else is going on? I've got a list of jobs, so I'll quickly run through those in a minute. But I had a delivery this morning. So this is from Kelly's sunny Somerset allotment garden, and she's very kindly sent me some, pop that down there, another rhubarb plant, which I will plant as soon as possible. Well, I'll plant that today. We have got some rhubarb Victoria seeds, so I'll give those a go. Thank you for those. And some stuff especially for you three as well. So we got some Egyptian mint. That's for you. See? It says guinea pig safe. Can you read? Yeah. Some lemon balm and some dill. Feeling those? No. So thank you very much for sending me those seeds. I will add them to my collection. So jobs, I'm not going to get them done today. I might make one or two. So I'll quickly go through the list. Bear with. So first one on the list is have a brew. I always put something down which I can tick off straight away, so then I feel accomplished. I've accomplished something in my day. What's next? Look fabulous. Good without saying. So once I do sort of a tour as well, I'll sort of go through each job that I want to do. So chickens, I need to cover the coop, decide what plants to grow up. I'll tell you what, rather than go for this list, because it's going to be boring of me just talking, do the tour, and I will tell you what bits and what jobs I want to do for each part of the garden. Right, double-sided. So I'll probably start those jobs next weekend or today at some point. Right, I'm waffling. I'm going to finish this brew and we will do a tour of the garden. Yeah? Are you happy with that? Are you shielding your girls? Move out of the way so you can see them. No, we're going to protect them. So this is Daisy. So she's got that little bit of white on her. You're very pretty, aren't you? And then let me get your sister. Go on. And little Rosie. Oh. See, he's very protective of his new little lady friends, aren't you? Right. Stay there. She have a habit of running. Right. Before she disappears, I will see you later. Right. So this side is the Fern garden. It gets quite a lot of shade here, so they do quite well, and it offers quite a lot of ground cover for anything that's travelling through the garden, sort of slow worms and things like that. They need a good bit of ground cover to sort of get from one end of the garden to the next. This was what I built during the summer. Oh, let me step back. Attack my branches. This is a nice little place to sit in the by the pond on nice evenings. Job I've got to do is put a stream in. I need to re-secure that bench. Pond itself, I don't actually have to do much maintenance, but if we look, It looks like it's frog spawning season. Leave them to it. Bog garden is going to go in here, so I need to dig that out. That's another job. But the pond itself, it's not doing too bad. And I wonder if you could see that in the background. Just there is the sticklebacks. So there's no goldfish in this pond. It's native species of stickleback, so they don't actually damage the plant, damage the pond itself. They work within harmony within it. They don't eat all the plants, but they keep control of all the little sort of mosquito larvae and stuff like that. So it looks like we will be having some tadpoles soon. Right. So yeah, there you go. That is the main feature of the wildlife garden. So from this sort of area up is all to do with wildlife. So we'll go say hello to Saskia, and I'll say what we want to do in Saskia's aviary. Right. So this is Saskia's aviary. So Saskia is a grey squirrel. Let's see if we can get her into focus. So I had to hand raise Saskia from when she was 2 weeks of age. So she's unfortunately really tame, so she can't actually be released back into the wild. So she's got this nice big enclosure. So the plan for here is I need to rebark it, plant lots of ferns and bulbs in here to give that a bit more plant life. And then I've also got our old Christmas tree and some other little Christmas trees to plant in here, just to sort of shush it up a little bit, because the rabbits kind of destroyed all the plants that were in there. The hut needs to be moved out as well, possibly. But the eventual plan is to get some quail in here, which I think she shouldn't eat. She tends to eat everything else. As she doesn't have to find food in winter, it's always on tap. She tends to put on a little bit of weight. But we won't fat shame her. We'll be Saskia. No. Pleasantly plump. Right. So this is our American ivy archway, which during the summer is a nice canopy of green. Alright, let's go on to the next section. Right. As it's a really nice day out, I thought I'd put these guys out to have a little nibble on grass. So we'll go from this side. So this is going to be my berry forest. So I've got red currant, black currant, gooseberry. I think that's another black currant. There's some blueberry in there, there's strawberries, and there's some raspberry. Then I'm also going to plant chard and kale, possibly some artichokes in here as well. So just have this riot of colour of greens and berries and everything, and try and work within, use every bit of space possible. As you can see, all the bulbs and flowers are up. And then this section here is for the three sisters, or combination of three sisters. So there's sweet corn, beans and squash, possibly something else chucked in there as well. That's our ornamental rock garden, just to sort of break up the garden. So jobs for here is to do a bit of weeding. I'm going to try and bark chip some of this as well, as I've got 7.5 tons of it. Might as well make it a little bit neater. And then over here, this is going to be a bed for potatoes, onions and carrots, I think. Still in two minds. Either be those three or just potatoes. Still don't know yet. And then over there, that's all the new rhubarb that I planted about a month ago. All the rhubarb crowns. And they're starting to do really well. So I will add Kelly's new addition. It's over here as well. And there is also some raspberry. Autumn raspberry. And this is the mother plant. So we're getting a few new shoots come up in here. So good couple of months and I can start making gin. And then the other thing is up here is the grapevine that I've got going up. There you go. Oh, palette wise, I'm actually going to turn this into a living wall, if you like, but with veg. So I'm gonna put bags in it and then put compost, and then I'll have trailing tomatoes, and I'm still in whether or two minds to put on this bit. I think I might put peas in this bit and then I put a bit of rope across or something, I don't know. Still in two minds about what to put on top of here, but that's going to be a job. Also need to tidy this area up as well. As you can see, lots of broken glass. Right, let's get to the greenhouse. So greenhouse is not too bad over here. I did have this up actually secured, but we had some very strong winds, and also because that's open at the back, it's all come down. But I've got massive big sheets of plastic at work, so I'm going to bring them home and hopefully block up that end of the greenhouse so the wind can't come through then, and it'll be a little bit more snug. So that's the plan for this. I just need to bring everything home from work. Right, greenhouse. Right, next bit. I need to sort out all this crap here. Kind of just got thrown there. And then the plan is to actually build a compost bin out of pallets up in that section there, trim all those hedges back and have the compost there, and then the plastic compost bin I'm going to turn into a dog waste bin, so it's a bit easier for me to pick up the dog waste. Herb garden needs a really good weed, and then I also want to hang some hanging baskets up there for other herbs and stuff like that. As you can see, lots to do. What about the dogs? Hey, Boston! Boston, leave her alone. The girls are all pecking around and destroying what was left on my lawn. Hello. So this is Boston. It's a blue merle Welsh collie cross lab and Springer, and that's Maddie, and she's lab Springer cross Welsh collie. So she's his auntie. So you're auntie and nephew, aren't you? I need to tidy this up. There's lots to do in the garden. I've just not had any time. A wheelbarrow of marble tiles. So a neighbour was chucking this out, but the other half is going to use most of it for a shop. But I actually wanted some of the offcuts because marble doesn't retain heat. So during the summer it stays nice and cold. So this will be going in for the rabbits, the guinea pigs, chickens, Saskia. So what they do is they can lie on it and cool down and keep nice and cooled during the hot summer. So I think we're having another hot summer. Just you destroy my garden. So this is out of the way. No one cares about you. No one cares about you. I need to job over here is trim back all the honeysuckle. What? Stop being needy. Go away. Go away. Shoo. No? Alright. See, money's good. Sorry, waffling. Raised bed, I need to take all that down and rebuild it because it's kind of fallen apart with everything that's been going on for the last year. So I'm going to rebuild it, secure it properly. So yes, and then have a nice raised bed. And then again, I'm not sure I'm going to plant in this. No. Right, wait, boss. Move, dogs. Then chicken coop. Managed to put some nice fresh bark down for them actually. So it smells quite nice in here rather than smelly chickens. Then we've got bunnies, the hazel and falcor causing havoc. So jobs for chicken coop is want to put some more screening on top of the aviary. So again, during the summer it creates that bit of shade. I also want to put grow some American ivy, possibly just there to go up over, because it's actually cooler under plants than it is any other shelter. So I want to try and get as many plants up around it as possible so they got that bit of shade, and it help cool them down. Can you stop whinging? You whinging. And the other, I forgot over here. Chickens. I'm going to build a rabbit enclosure here. So I need to measure it out, get some paving slabs, pave it out, build a nice enclosure around it, nice and secure, away from foxes, and then the rabbits can have their own designated area then. That fence, I need to trim back that little bit there and build a nice archway. So the reason why we got this fence up is to stop the dogs from going up and destroying the wildlife garden, and it keeps the wildlife up there. And then this will eventually be an entertaining space if I can get it sorted. There you go, dogs. That's the Christmas tree. So I buy my Christmas trees in a plant pot with a good root ball, so it's not a waste of a tree. So this will be planted in Saskia's aviary and can then start growing, so I'm not wasted a tree. And then we've got some little ones here, some good ones. Again, I need to sort out rubbish. Lots of rubbish over here. And eventual plan, really excuse the mess, it is like got a bit destroyed down here by winds and dumping ground. This will eventually be where I want to grow most of my veg. I can put like a mesh roof on, enclose it, put a fence up, so I don't have to have individual fruit cages. I can just have one big giant cage and protect all my veg and have it along there. Set up an irrigation system, use to get a water butt and stuff like that. So that's the plan for this area. Again, excuse the mess. Right, let's escape. Right, I think that was it for my job list. I've probably forgotten some. There you go, that is a plot tour of Gardiner's plot with added animals. Yes, you smiling. Smile. No, not smiling today. You're adorable, aren't you, Boston? Right. Useless as a herding dog, though. When you help, he tries to help get the chickens in, but he stands over there and stops the chickens from going in. You still not quite figured that out, have you, Boston? No. Right. Let's go up and do final thoughts, and I will see you in a second. Right. That's it for the plot tour. The only last bit on the tour is obviously Teddy, who's my boy. We actually got Teddy from a wedding when we went to a wedding. I think I'm the only person that's ever gone to a wedding and come back with a ferret. You're an odd wedding favour, aren't you? No, we wouldn't. The only other jobs I got to do is sort out this entire shed. I did give it. It's chaotic organised, as you just sort of get everything out and put it back in different places again. Right. Plot tour done. Job's done. What else? Oh. You kiss it? Oh. So as spring approaches, Teddy goes into breeding condition. Now ferrets are a little bit rough when it comes to mating. So the males grab the female by the scruff of the neck. Don't hurt them. Sometimes they can be a little bit too rough, so I think they can hurt them a little bit. But this is just pressure. It's not actually hurting. He loves me in his own special way. He just quite happily sit on hold my thumb, won't you? Right. As he's nice and contented. I've still going and sorting out through my seeds that I got from last week at the seed swap. But what I'm going to do is, once I sort of start planting them, or sowing them I should say, I'm going to put some aside for the next year's seed swap, and then I'll also have a little bit of excess. So what I'll do is the week wherever I'm sowing that month, if anybody wants any, just put a comment in, or if you go on Instagram or Facebook and follow the pages, I can if you put your address, send me a message with your address, I can post them to you. So as can you, there's a bit of a chomp that was, a bit of a chew. So as it's all about swapping and sharing seeds, I want to share that love amongst you guys. So every month when I start doing my sowing, so I still got sow seeds this month, which I might do next week or the week after. Maybe next week. I'll sow them next week. Yeah, anyway, we'll get to that next week, about what seeds I'm sowing this month. But like I said, if I got any excess, I'll put something aside for the next seed swap, and if you guys want any, just give me a shout. So at the moment I think there's a few challenges bouncing around and stuff like that. So I want to start my own challenge. As 50% of Gardiner's plot is a wildlife garden, I want to try and encourage as much wildlife in as possible, and then start growing a veg around them, sort of getting the natural predators in to keep the pest species down. So my challenge is, I want you to showcase something that you've done for wildlife, or what you're planning on doing, or actually build something for wildlife, or plant something for wildlife. So there's various different species of flower that are specific just for helping pollinating bees, not pollinating bees, to help encourage bees, sorry. Been a long morning. Even by putting a few plant pots up in a hedge, in a secure hedge or something, or amongst ivy for nest boxes. It is nest box week this week, well, National Nest Box Week. That's a little bit tough. Can we go to the thumb? Thumb's a bit tougher. Right, oi. The joys of ferrets. Right, go to that thumb. That one. There we go. Animals. So yes, that is the challenge. To build something or showcase something that you're going to do for wildlife. So it could be what flowers you're growing, or if you're going to build a bug wall, or even if it's just putting a little pile of stones in your greenhouse or a little bowl of dish for toads or frogs to utilise. So that is my challenge. I'm going to nominate Jasmine over our alternative small holding, and Kelly from Kelly's Somerset Allotment Gardens. No, Sunny Somerset Allotment Garden. I will put links to their pages at the bottom as well. So you guys are nominated to do something wildlife friendly. So yes, I want to get as many people encouraging wildlife as possible, or showcasing what they do for wildlife. So that is the challenge. What else? You got anything else? No, you just enjoy my film. Magic trick. Levitating ferret. Ooh, no hands. So I am gonna attempt to do one of the jobs on my list, and I will see you next week. So don't forget to subscribe and all that. You know, guys know what to do, don't you? Comment, like, share, and all that jazz. Like I said, we are on Facebook and Instagram, so do check out the pages. I post at least 2 pictures a day on Instagram, which also is linked to the Facebook page. So if you haven't got Instagram, check out the Facebook page and you will see some of the pictures that I do post on Instagram. Some of the animals, some of the countryside that I visited, some of the stuff that's going on in the garden. It's mainly of Squeak at the moment because he's really cute, and the green girls. Ow, Teddy! Like, where are you taking my thumb? You can't take it anywhere, can you? Anyway, I will see you all next week. Again, thanks for watching. Hello to the new subscribers. And start building for wildlife. Yes. I'll tell him. That's my life now. So yes, during summer I can't really handle Teddy that much because he just does this the entire time. Anyway, I'm gonna go and attempt to do something else in the garden, and I will see you all next week. Say bye, Teddy. Bye, Daddy. Alright. Toodle pip, everyone. Bye.